walk up the hill, falling down to your grave. I can help you carry all that weight. Reach out your hand to me, child, if you want to be saved. Just put $1 in the bucket every day after day and watch your problems, anxiety, struggle, spirit away. And at the end of the road, I know a place. You poor thing, I'm sure they'll let you walk right in the...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Henry up the middle. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. First down carry for Henry. They'll get this down to the 38. Now a 2nd and 6. Inside handoff, Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. But Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw with Penix. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Jackson on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Check 26, check 26.
Now it's Jackson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Off play action, here's Penix. On the move to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2nd down and 6 now. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
And looking to throw, Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here's Penix.
Escaping the pressure right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 55 is mine, guys. 55.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Jackson.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Big strides, look at him go.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 64 yards.
And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now a handoff to Henry. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Check four.
Now Jackson on second down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'll throw with Penix.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Henry again on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, it's Henry.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and 4.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again to Henry.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Second down, they go again with Henry.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. 5 yards on the carry.